Now, I believe some of those holidays, they're paid anyway. I mean, in principle, it makes sense, but I know a lot of, like when I was an employer and I had employees, we would tell them, well, these are your 9 days out of the year that you get to not come to work, but we're going to pay you anyway. So it doesn't actually save money. And what do they match with it? A consumer holiday. So you actually are spending way more than normal on the holidays, and you're not receiving the work. So it's like the opposite of what God would call a holy day. It's the exact opposite. It drives consumerism up, and in theory, it says that the employees don't have to work, but they're paid anyway. So it's like supposed to be a gift, but it creates strain and stress for the small business owners who have to cover their employees on these public holidays. Right? And it takes the focus off of anything related to God and puts it on consumer-based models. So this is why it's so incredibly devious from my perspective that, and it's just been passed on from generation to generation, and most of us never question it. And then when you start to confront people about it, they think that you're, a heretic, or they think that you're some type of zealous fool. But there's some hidden gold behind what I'm sharing that will help assist people and set them free. When you can let go of your attachment to dates that are on a calendar that were given to you, by the way, they lay on top of it these holidays. And so they just created an entire structure for us to follow that is taking our focus off of what's really important, which would be holy days, the remembrance of God's promises to his people, the remembrance of what he's asked us to pay attention to, and we do it every season so that you can stay connected to God's laws, natural law, permaculture principles. It's all told in that story. So when we focus on consumerism and holidays that don't even match the calendar around the time when the things were happening, and it deepens the lies that we're being told through the patterns, it just becomes commonplace. It becomes the way that people operate.